Hello everyone, Alex RC Freak here, coming at you with another video on the scx10 2 kit build series I'm doing. Well, I just got done building the rear axle, and just to make a note, I then got a head stuff from my Slash 4x4 wheel bearing, rear hub carrier wheel bearings, brand new from Full Force RC. These bearings right here, I got shorted these bearings in the kit. They didn't come with these outer bearings that go right here to support the axle, so I'm a little irritated with that. It's not really a surprise being it's an Axial product, but still, it's I don't know. They say they have all these little check things on each bag saying that it has all this stuff in it, and it doesn't. So anyway, just to make a quick note that I got shorted on those. But I got some, they're 5x11 by 4 millimeters wide, and I had some and finished the axle, so it's not an insane big deal. I didn't have to go out and purchase some, which is, you know, good. But anyway, now on to building the front axle, finishing it up. So just to make a note too, these things have little tabs right here. These are supposed to be at a 10 degree. If from straight, they're supposed to be 10 degree back, so you get the proper steering. Angle. So right here, there's a little tab right there, and then right there on the knuckle on both sides. There's one right there and one right there. So just keep that in mind when you're building these. I didn't use that. I actually stuck these on freehand. Didn't even realize that's what that's for, and I got it dead on. So I don't know how that happened, but yeah. But anyway. So basically we got our driveline axle things here, so just gonna stick them in, slide them in until they lock, just like that. Take this one. Oh, it slid right in. How nice is that? But I'm gonna have to break in these diff gears. They feel like they're a little bit tight one way, but this has a little bit of play. See this little shaft? There's a little bit of play in there. So that's kind of fucking, it's kind of getting tight. It's kind of fucking with the gear. I apologize for my language there, but it, you know, that's the truth. But alright, so see which one goes on left, which one goes on right. So this one is right. So just keep in mind, this is a number 1. On here it says number 1. Number 1 right there. See it? How it says number 1 right there? And then the other one will say number 2. This is the left side. Left side. Number 2 is left. This one's number 1 for the right side. So basically, and you can also do it too, because this little gap right here, goes, you know, towards the front of this diff housing. So now I will say, they do have their, you know, stuff bearinged pretty well on their axles. For, you know, Axial makes their axles have like bearings here, there's a bearing here, there's 2 bearings there, 2 bearings there. You know, there's 3 bearings right on this little end thing to hold this little knuckle so it doesn't move around. So it is bearing pretty good, you know, in my opinion, you know. So yeah, just gotta find the, trying to get this thing started here. Okay, just thread this thing on like that. Find the, so it starts threading. And these are these collared screws. They're shoulder screws, or whatever you want to call it. That's what these use. Now you don't want to crank, you know, heave-ho these tight, because they're shoulder screws. You'll pull the threads right out of the plastic when the ones you just started. So let's get them started. Try to find it, get it started. Once you got it started, just let up on, you know, you gotta do a little bit of pressure just to get the plastic, the thread, and then, you know, let up on it a little bit and it'll start. So that one's a little tight. Loosen up just a little bit. Same with these, you can see which ones are a little bit tight and which ones are a little bit loose. And snug it up just a little bit if you want. But yeah, you don't want to overdo it. There's a fine line. So I'm putting this together all by hand wrenches right here. I'm not going to use a power tool. And yes, it's going to take a little longer. But you know what? At least I know that it's not overdone. You know? Even if the torque setting is super low, you still have no idea that, you know, you could overdo it. So you want to make sure these move freely, so you just loosen them just a speck. Now that's nice and free. Side feels like it could be a little tighter actually on the top. Yeah, so it's nice and free. Let me loosen up the bottom one just a smidge here. There we go. But yeah, you want them to move nice and easily. Yeah, you know. Yeah, so I may put some shims on this little shaft right here, really small shims, and then stick the drive line over this, and that way it'll pull this up against the bearings because it needs to be. But yeah, both axles are built. They're looking good. Time to build the links. It's going along great. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Alex the RC Freak out on this part, and then we'll get on building the links. All right, thank you. Peace.